So hello everyone and welcome to the orientation session of the first ever Google Developer Student Clubs at Shri LR Tiwari College of Engineering. Before we dive in about knowing the agenda of the session, I have a small request for you guys. If you're joining via your laptop, please keep your mobile phone aside. And if you're joining from your mobile phones, please turn off all the notifications because we are going to be providing with a lot of value in the next 45 minutes. And I want each and everyone's focused attention on this. With that said, let's see the agenda for today's session. The agenda for today's session is to know about what is GDSC, why we are here today, what is this club about. We will know about the GDSC lead, that is me, and the core team introduction, the team that will be guiding throughout this process. We'll also be listing out the benefits of joining GDSC. GDSC is not like any other club. Unlike any other club, we have a lot of benefits that you can take advantage of. We'll also see an overview of the activities that we are going to conduct throughout the year. So today you will get to know about all the activities that we are going to conduct. And obviously we have a Q&A session with a fun activity. So here I am. My name is Sai Ashish and I go in the social media handles by the Insightful Coder or my name Sai Ashish. You can find me pretty much on all the platforms. I am the Google DSC lead for this year and I was the former technical head for SLRTCE. I am also the founder and the advisor for various technical clubs such as Artificial Intelligence and Mechatronics, Internet of Things and Embedded Systems, and Web Development Cybersecurity too. I also have a keen interest in participating in hackathons, one of them which is India's Superbrain. And I am very proud to say that I have achieved an All India rank of 67 in web development using React.js, 209 in cybersecurity, 134 in machine learning, and 243 in database management systems. I'm also a technical writer at the Insightful Coder, where my page has over 10,000 plus views, and I'm also one of the top 50 writers for the month of March 2021. I've also served as an intern at some big companies such as MDesh Technologies and Softura. And talking about my extra co-curricular activities, I'm a huge foodie, and I also have an Instagram account that goes by the name Yumiteria. You can be free to visit it and we can connect over a food journey there. Last but not the least, I'm the speaker for various sessions. I have been mentoring and guiding students throughout in various technical domains. I hope to continue to create impact here too. Now, we'll also be telling, we have a lot of fun activities. And just to give a gist of a fun activity, let's play a game. Let's play Tech Riddles. So the rules are very simple. We're going to give a huge image and an image description, and you have to guess that what is that technology or what that pic is about. I hope you're all excited and get ready to spam the chat box with your answers. Okay, everyone just click on the right side. You'll have a chat section, and in the general, I want everyone to spam with your answers. Okay, we begin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So this is something that we use every day, and it also represents my favorite chocolate bar. And please just spam your answers. Tell the name of this image, tell the version number, tell the name of the chocolate bar too if you like. This is from 2014. I see a lot of answers popping in. So the first answer, the first answer was given by Dipanshu. Yeah, it's Android, but the specific was given by Loke, KitKat. Yeah, Azim, Noah, Aditya. Yeah, it's Android KitKat. You guys have guessed it right. And the version is 4. Yes, it's Android KitKat 4.4.4. So here we have a small meme that's actually kind of mocking Apple. No offense to them. But when Apple users were introduced to the swiping keyboard and they were flexing it like we have a swiping keyboard. So we people who are the Android users were like, hey, we all have that already. We have been using it for, millions of years. And the Apple users are actually surprised. Like, what do you mean you've seen this? It's brand new. Okay, now the round for the second question. And here we go. Guess her name. She is the first interactive humanoid as well as a Saudi Arabian citizen. What is her name? Okay, yeah, I'm actually explaining memes because it's funnier. I think so. Okay, so Nilesh, Naman, it was rapid, it was firing. Shagun, Anand, Azim, I can't take all the names, but you guys are on fire right now. Yo, yes, it is Sophia indeed. And we also have a meme for Sophia. So supposedly, Sophia has a Twitter account, and someone has tweeted that, wait, Sophia has a Twitter account? How did she pass the I am not a robot test? Aren't we all like very irritated with that captcha? Like, if the robots are able to solve it, then why are we going through that again and again to solve that captcha problem? Here's a pun intended on that. Okay, so the next question, and it's one of my favorites actually. I'll reveal it to you right now. Guess my name. Install me to flex. You are a hacker. It's the logo of a very very favorite OS, and most of the cybersecurity enthusiasts and hackers must be knowing this. Okay, the first answer came from Naman, and then Vaibhav, Dipanshu, Muhammad Kair Siddiq, Priyanka. Yes. You guys are all right. It's the Kali Linux. It's the Kali Linux software, and yo, there are people who install Kali Linux as the first OS, and they open the terminal, and they are like, "Yo, I'm a hacker." So that's a pun intended on that. Now, last but not the least, this is one of the cutest doggo around. They looked at him as a meme, but look at him now. Also, there's a hint telling thanks to Elon. Have you got it? Yes. Dinesh, Dipanshu, Yash Kumar, yes, it's Azim, Naman, Sonali. Yes, you all are right. It's the Dogecoin. And supposedly, Dogecoin is going so, it is rising so fast that people forget what Bitcoin is. As the nurse says that you have been in a coma for 10 years. And the guy is asking after waking up, what is the value of the Bitcoin? The nurse is asking, what's Bitcoin? It's Doge now. And Bitcoin is mostly outdated. Okay, so that was it. That was the fun activity that we had. How many did you score out of 4? Please put your score in your chat box. I want to see that how many of you are tech wizards and already here. Yo, Nilesh says 3. Dipanshu says 4. Most of them have scored in 3 or 4. That is super exciting, guys. I guess you guys have a lot of knowledge about tech industry, and that actually makes it fun. Because having awareness is one thing, and implementing it is another. And yes, now for the back to the agenda that we are gathered for. We'll go very slowly. Like, we'll talk about what is GDSC. So yeah, what is GDSC? Google Developer Student Clubs. Let's go word by word. Why Google? Because this club is powered by Google, the Google developers, and the Google technologies. Developer because we are going to develop applications, software, algorithms, and much more. Why students? Because this club is intended for students. That is you and me, the undergraduate and graduate students. And it's a club, it's a community. We all make this club happen. And as stated in the official definition, that GDSCs are community groups for college and university students interested in Google developer technologies. We will be talking about the most common Google developer technologies soon. And everyone, like all the students, are welcome to join. By joining a GDSC, we grow our knowledge in a peer-to-peer learning environment. It's not necessary that I will be mentoring you. It can also be possible that if you have something to share with the community, you're more than free to contact us, and you can also come as a speaker, and we'll have you as a session. We'll host you right here. And these sessions will also be recorded and uploaded on YouTube, where you'll have a greater reach. We also build solutions for local businesses and the community. We identify problems, and we will build real life problems to the solutions we want to build upon. What is our motto? Every successful club should have a motto in mind. There should be a vision. Our vision is to help students bridge the gap between theory and practice. In the universities, we are almost focused on the theory. We always learn theory. We are doing assignments, and it's all theory. Even in online medium, we are just opening our laptops or our phones and not doing much practice, which is actually the industrial need. So we are here to bridge that gap, We'll take all the theory, we will put you with the fundamentals, and we'll make sure that we are all able to implement it according to the industry standards. Our motto stands on three pillars, that is connect, learn, and grow. So we are all connecting here. Okay, we are all came here together. We are connecting. We are learning about the technical topics. We'll gain skills through hands-on workshop, event, tech talks, study jams, demo days. There's so much. There is so and so much in the program that we'll be soon exploring. Obviously, when we learn and connect, we will grow. We'll advance our career, skill, and network. GDSC by numbers. So let's talk a little about GDSC. It was launched in the year 2017 in India itself, and now it has grown globally to 1200 plus universities, and it's also present in 100 plus countries worldwide. This year in 2021, we have 352 universities in India itself, in which our college, College of Engineering, has the privilege of hosting it for the first time. You can see a small glimpses of the Goa summit that we have each year. Unfortunately, due to COVID, this year we don't know it's going to happen or not. But you can see that all the DSC leads are forming a human structure and assemble in front of the Goa beach. And we also have speaker sessions, which is clearly depicted in the picture. Benefits of becoming a member. I think this is the most important and exciting slide for you all guys. So you'll be getting GDSC digital badges on your Google developer profile. You will be gaining a member badge, which you can share like across every platform, be it LinkedIn, be it like your resume. You'll get a member badge at the end of the tenure. There will be event certificates under the tag of GDSC SLRTC. Every event that we have will make sure to provide you with some gifts, with some goodies, or at least some event certificates so that it never goes to waste. You have to attend all the activities from start to the end, and there would be small tasks which will test your ability. If you complete those tasks, we will give you the event certificates, and let me tell you, they hold a lot of value. It has the name of Google DSC in it. We will be organizing speaker sessions from Google developer groups and industry experts. We will be bringing in guys like from the Google developer groups. These are experts who in Google technologies. We'll also be trying to bring some industry experts. There would be curated hands-on workshops, as I mentioned earlier. There's something special called study jams, where we can meet and we can study together. So let's say like if you heard of Quick Labs or completing some online activity, you don't have to go through it alone. We'll come together and we'll do the labs together. And at the end of, let's say, a 1 hour or 2 hour session, we'll all have the same amount of activity conducted so that we also have a motivation in hand. We have hackathons. And as in the next point, it says there's an annual solution challenge. I'll leave it a surprise for the end, guys, because this is very exciting. And we'll have some project building sessions. We'll obviously build projects, lots and lots of projects, so that you never have to worry about getting something done in your resume. You have to actually choose which project do I have to upload in my resume. We'll make sure that happens. Obviously, we are sponsored by Google, so we'll have some free swags and goodies. There can be t-shirts like the one I am wearing. There can be stickers, there can be laptop bags, and so much more. And obviously, you can add all of these to your resume. What is my responsibility as a lead? My responsibility as a lead is to set up a club or grow an existing club. As it's the first time in my campus, I've identified a faculty point of contact, that is Mr. Fahad Asmani sir. We have determined that what's needed in the campus. We have studied that what is the necessity. We have planned the activities and we have set up the club. Leading GDSC events. So I'll be leading all the GDSC events, and we will conduct all the activities I mentioned before. We'll build projects and solution, and I'll also be hosting something called the demo days. Now, what is demo days? Let's say that we all have built projects together, right? And often it happens that we have showcased it to our teachers or something, and it's just lying there. So that will not happen. We'll hold something called the demo days, where you can come and you can present, you can give a demo of the project you have built, and it will be accessible on a global platform. For the technical domains that we are going to focus, I want to call upon our technical lead, Amay Varsal, to give a gist about all the domains that we are focused in this program. Over to you, Amay.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Sai. And now, hello everyone. I am Amay Varsal. I am the technical lead at DSC, and I would like to take you through all the technical domains that we focus in DSC. So first of all, let's look at artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, which is led by Akash Mali, we would focus on the different tools provided by Google and how can you learn the different concepts in AI. We would also conduct multiple sessions in AI. The next up we have cloud computing, which is led by Manish. In cloud computing, we would have 30 days of cloud and multiple track programs, which you will teach you from the scratch to make you a complete expert on Google Cloud and other platforms. In app development, which is led by Zayan Ansari, there will be sessions and projects for native app, progressive web apps, and as well as hybrid apps, such as apps that are made using Flutter or React Native. The next up, we have web development, which is led by Nitin Ranganat. In web development, we would focus on multiple frameworks that are used for front end and back end, and how can you create how can you create complete large scale applications that would work on any device or software. Next up, we have cybersecurity, which is a very interesting portion because in cybersecurity, how do the different types of attack protect it and how can you find bugs in different softwares. So definitely, if you're interested in cybersecurity, look out for it. The next we have one of the most trending data structures in the current tech industry, which is blockchain. You must have heard about blockchain on many TED Talks or on Twitter that blockchain is the next revolution. Blockchain is going to change everything. So in DSC, we would focus on sessions. We would call upon experts as well as for blockchain and cybersecurity. We also have Darsh Jain, who is my best friend and is also a great expert on cybersecurity and blockchain. So we would take you to creating projects for large scale applications where you can integrate blockchain in the backend as well, so that you can maybe also understand more deeply how cryptocurrencies work or how transaction systems work. Finally, but not the least, we have open source. In GDSC, one of the biggest vision of GDSC is to focus on collaboration, and open source natively allows us to do that. We would conduct multiple sessions and projects on open source. We would also walk you through multiple how can you get started, what are the tools in open source such as Git, GitHub, Bitbucket. So we would have multiple sessions to walk you through from downloading the code of a company, understanding their contributing guidelines, how do you maintain a code of conduct, and how do you maintain a code of conduct and how do you create requests and how can you contact with other maintainers. For open source, we also have the Hacktoberfest initiative. Hacktoberfest is a event hosted by DigitalOcean. It starts for 30 days in the month of October. So we would also guide you how can you take part in Hacktoberfest and how can you earn different swags and t-shirts and goodies. So definitely look out for that as well. So that's from my end.
Thank you so much, Amay. And now we'll look at the core team structure, which will be presented to you by the head of operations, Saloni Gopade.
Thank you, Sayashish. So hello GDSC members. Good evening to one and all. Myself, Saloni Gorpade, the head of operations for this year at GDSC SLRTC. Now we'll see the core team structure of GDSC. So just that all our doubts are clear and you will be given the brief introduction about the designation and the roles of our core team members. First of all, at the topmost, we have our GDSC lead who will lead and guide the club, and he is the one who will act as a contact point between us and the Google. Next, we have head of operation who will organize and manage all the event and to communicate with technical and non-technical team and to resolve their issue for a smooth conduction of each and every section. So now, as you can see that we have two teams, the technical and the non-technical team. In technical team, we have our technical lead and the project lead. They will mentor all the sections, workshop and project taken up by our domain leads. So there are total 5 domain leads. Firstly, web development lead, AI lead, cloud computing lead, app development lead, and cybersecurity and blockchain lead. Next, in our non-technical team, we have our creative lead who will look at social media stuff like posting daily updates and publishing event information via different social media handles. And yes, guys, those who are present in this meet, I would request you all to follow and subscribe on LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube now. And drop a message as done in the chat box. Link is already posted in the chat box. So please, next slide, please. So now moving forward, now let us have a look at our core team member of GDSE SLRTC. They will introduce themselves to you and talk about their roles and responsibility. So I'll start with myself first. As I mentioned earlier, myself Saloni Ghorpade, 4th year EXTC student, and I'll be the head of operation for this year at GDSE SLRTC. So my main responsibility will be to implement and execute the idea by organizing various technical and non-technical sections, events, workshops, and to have a communication with the technical and non-technical team, like listen to their ideas, suggestions, and opinions, and to solve their issues. I will also be in charge of bringing sponsorships and partnerships and inviting the speakers for sections. So basically, I will be taking care of all the logistical side of organizing the event. Like I will be the 3 IC in normal situation and 1 or 2 IC in emergency situation. Well, talking about the experience, I was also appointed as a placement manager at TNP Cell, and also I have successfully conducted and lead various technical, non-technical, and sports event. Because of my communication skill and my passion to spread awareness on social issues, I was also selected as a lead of our NSS unit. Apart from this, I am a huge animal lover. I am passionate about music, like singing and dancing. Like, I'm always up for that kind of stuff. And also, I have a keen interest in rifle shooting. So, this is how I like to take the initiative and grab each and every opportunity to expand my knowledge and learn various things. So, before moving forward, I would like to add that you guys can feel free to shoot me any questions. I will be more than happy to clear those. So now I would like to hand over to our technical lead, Amay Bhavsar. He will tell us about his roles and responsibilities. So over to you, Amay.
Thank you, Saloni. Hello, everyone. I am Amay Bhavsar. I am the technical lead at DSC SLRTC. Currently, I am a third year computer student at Sri L.R. Tiwari College of Engineering. I was part of the eCell, and I worked as a web developer and on multiple projects. And I am currently into multiple domains such as web, cloud, AI, and as well as open source. You can definitely find me on GitHub at AmayBhausa24. And if you'd definitely ever like to work on any projects or any doubts regarding open source or any of those domains, definitely feel to ask me. My responsibilities and my role at DSC is to coordinate with all the tech leads and domain leads to understand how we can improve an event or for all of the multiple parts to improve them. And next, another responsibility I have is to connect with multiple technical leads and other leads for other DSC around the world. So that is from my side. And other than that and all the technical stuff, in my free time, I like to play chess, and I also like to take part in multiple competitive programming websites such as Codeforces and CodeChef. So if you have any doubts or this, or if you're up for any chess match, definitely send me a message. So that is from my side. Now I would like to hand over to our project lead, Ankita Upadhyay.
Thank you, Amay. I hope I am audible enough. Yeah. So, hello everyone. I'm Ankita Upadhyay, the project lead at GDSC SLRTC. I'm in third year computer science. And as a project lead, I'll be in charge for open source programs, portfolios, and projects. And apart from that, I'll be also in charge for the solution challenge. And apart from my roles and responsibilities, we will also conduct workshop and tech talks, and I'll be also in charge for them. And apart from this, I'm also the General Secretary at Shri L.R. Tiwari College of Engineering. And apart from that, I'm also the AI and Mechatronics head at the technical clubs. And a domain, I have a grip on various domain like cloud, ML, AI, and I was also a web developer at ESEL. Apart from that, my hobbies include singing, dancing, painting, writing, and I don't know what. I like trying everything, and I'm always up for different challenges. And I was also part of cultural committee, technical committee, graphics team, sports, etc. So I like going everywhere. That's my good and bad quality too. So that's it for my side. Now I would like to hand over the session to Mr. Akash Vanmali, who is the AI lead. So over to you, Akash.
So, hello everyone, I am Akash Kalmari and I am the AI lead at the club. I am from third year mechanical engineering and I'm also a huge Marvel fan. And being a Marvel fan, I was always fascinated by all the AI technologies that Iron Man used, like Jarvis, Friday, and even Ultron. Although all this stuff sounds great in science fiction movies and books, but when we look around us today, in all the electronic devices and all the apps and websites that we run on our electronic devices, there is almost everywhere we can find AI. So it brings us to the question like, what is artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence is basically developing computer systems that can mimic human intelligence. And to and to build such systems, we must have a very good understanding of the basic concepts and algorithms that form a backbone of all these AI systems. So I will be conducting an Explore ML program where we will be going through all the basic concepts of ML, and we will also get hands-on training in solving ML problems and working on some case studies. And once we are done with all the basic concepts, we will be building projects based on AI, which will help us solve local problems. And to build these projects, we will be also learning about TensorFlow. What is TensorFlow? Then TensorFlow is an open source ecosystem, which is a lot of tools and libraries, which will help us to build our ML projects very easily. Apart from there is also very good website by Google known as Google AI, where we can update ourselves about all the research that is going on in the AI domain. And we can also take part in interactive sessions and understand the various algorithms. So it's a very cool website, you can check it out. And there is a lot on board and I'm really excited to see you all joining in. So let's now hear from Zian Ansari, who is the app development lead. Thank you. Hello, Zayan, are you there?
Hello, I'm so sorry. Let's begin. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
If you have joined some two devices, please keep one aside.
Yeah, 1 minute. Let me get my headphones. Yeah, I'm out.
Yes.
Okay. So, hello everyone, and welcome to today's session. Thank you for having me. I would like to quickly introduce myself. My name is Jan Ansari. I am a third year computer student and app development lead at CSLR. I'm also working as a full-time Flutter developer at CardGeek. I have 2 years of working experience as an application developer. Uh, just a second. I have developed over 10 apps over the period of 2 years. I'm skilled in planning, designing, developing, implementing, debugging, and troubleshooting mobile application using Android. My hobby is cooking exotic recipes. So that's it from my side. Manish will now take on from here.
Hello guys, am I audible?
Yes, Manish.
Yeah. So hello, it's Manish over here. I hope you're enjoying the session from start and the flow of the session. So I am a cloud computing lead at GDSC SLRTC this year, and many of you might be knowing me that we successfully had a campaign past 2 or 3 months ago for cloud also. Same campaign will be there next year too, but in the coming month we will be having a 30 days of cloud session. So I am a fourth year in IT, basically in our college. And I was speaking of the past experiences. I have headed ECEL SLRTC, and I also was the placement manager last year for IT department. And I have done few. I'm good into cloud computing these days. I'm working on it, and you can say my hobby is world affairs. You can ask me anything about world affairs. We can have a good debate on that. Basically, Afghanistan, Asia Pacific, anything. You can obviously shoot me out with that words. I will be there to spark you around the world in terms of world affairs and diplomacy also. That's something which I like about in kind of a hobby. And speaking about cloud computing, I've been a facilitator last time also. We had a great crowd last time, more than 600 plus from all over India, different colleges, even our colleges were there. And I guess many of you will be there in this meeting from that person. So that was a very brief about me. Next, Dash will tell you about cybersecurity and everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Manish. Hello, guys. I am Darsh Jain, a third year computer engineering student. As the cybersecurity and blockchain lead of GDSC SLRTC, I am in charge of creating and fostering a learning environment on these domains and help you with any doubts you face. I will be in charge of arranging workshops and events from experts in these domains and also introduce you to these trending domains and make you comfortable with them. I'm a cybersecurity enthusiast as well as a DApps developer in blockchain, and I also have various certifications in these domains. I also have certifications from Cisco, Udemy, Coursera, as well as projects in blockchain. Apart from this, I love to drive and I'm a huge foodie, contrary to Sai Ashish. I could give competition to Makas. So now I would like to hand over to Nitin.
Yeah, thank you, Darsh, and I hope I'm audible. Hello, everyone. I'm Nitin Rangna, a fourth-year student from the Computer Engineering branch, and I'm pleased to announce that I'm the web development lead for this year. I've been learning web development for over 2 years now, and I've become well acquainted with various JavaScript technologies. At the moment, I write for 2 foreign publications regarding programming, and also on dev.to. Keeping aside my writing experience, I now work as a full stack developer intern at a small company called Teapot, where we're building consumer centric image manipulation web apps. So when I'm not doing any of this, you can find me listening to music or reading about astrophysics. So if any of you are fans of movies like Interstellar or anything related to the cosmos, feel free to shoot me a message. As the web development lead this year, I plan on conducting 30 days of web challenge. So we'll be exploring a lot of Google technologies, ranging from Firebase, which is a backend as a service from Google, material design, and a lot more. So I hope to see all of you in the 30 days of web development challenge. And yeah, nice talking to you. And over to you, Shagun.
Shagun, are you there? Okay, so I'll cover on Shagun's behalf. So Shagun Mishra is the creative lead. All the exciting posts that you're seeing on our various social media handles, that is on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and most probably very soon on YouTube, is all curated by Shagun herself. She is in charge of the media and the creative and all the witty captions that you encounter. Okay, so now I'll cover the GDSC SRTC year planner, the list of activities that we are going to conduct. Now, take this with a grain of salt because there can be some changes in the final execution. In the September and October, we'll have the open source campaign where we'll focus on the Hacktoberfest, and we also have the 30 days of Google Cloud coming up, in which we will be talking like the introduction will be given by Manish about that. In November, December, we will be having the Android campaign, that are the Android study jams, and we'll also be having cybersecurity and the blockchain sessions. In December to January, we'll be having a Flutter campaign where you can develop beautiful apps, and also about the solution challenge that is coming up next. In February to March, you can talk about a second cloud campaign, and there's going to be a web campaign too. And we'll wrap it all up with an ML campaign, that is the Explore ML, as stated by Akash earlier. Now, I'd like to unveil the solution challenge by introducing Ankita Upadhyay to the stage. Over to you, Ankita.
Thank you, Sai Ashish. So, everyone of you must be thinking, what is Solution Challenge? Well, Solution Challenge is a mission to solve one or more of the United Nations 7 Sustainable Development Goals using the Google technology. As you can see, there are 17 goals mentioned in the screen. So let's assume I want to build a project on zero hunger. I want to reduce the world hunger. So I'm thinking to make an app which will help me to collect volunteers for the same. So how I'm gonna build an app? Well, I'll basically build an app, ask volunteers to register and collaborate with NGOs, and make sure that I have collaborated with NGO in various areas of the cities. So suppose we have all this shadi mandalas and where the food is being wasted. So what we can do, we can ask them to donate their food. So if they donate their food, our volunteers will connect with an NGO, and that NGOs will collect the food and give them a note where the food has been distributed. So through this, the people who have donated will know where their food is going. So I created this app. So how will I make an impact? I can maybe attract people by using eco coins, and eco coins can be later converted to Amazon cashbacks. So this is my plan. So how will I have used the zero hunger sustainable development goal in my plan. So what will I do next? Well, how will my project will be evaluated? Will it be selected? Well, let me tell you, the evaluation criteria, 60% depends on the impact which your projects make, and 40% about the technology which you have used. So now you must be thinking, okay, when does solution challenge start? What is the procedure? So let me tell you, solution challenge works in 4 phases. The first one is registration phase, learning and building phase, deep mentoring phase, and the last is demo phase. In registration phase, every one of you must build a team of 4 members and name your team and get a project and register yourself through a Google form. Then you have the learning and building phase. In this period, this will be basically a 2-month period where you have to build and send a demo video of your project and along with the submission. And in the demo video, you have to show the demo of your project and which goals you have been covering in your projects. So after the submissions, after some period of time, top 50 teams will be selected for deep mentoring phase. In deep mentoring phase, mentors will be provided by Google developers and Google experts, which will be guiding you on your projects, and there will be a bit changes. These changes must be submitted, and from that 50 students, top 10 students will be selected and they will go to the demo phase. In demo phase, the demo phase will happen live on YouTube, and it is a global competition, let me tell you. So top 10 will be from all over the world. In this top 10, there will be domain expert, whichever project you have built. The domain experts will ask you question regarding the same, and you will have to show the demo of your projects. From this top 10, top 3 winners will be selected. As you can see in the screen below, the prizes for top 50, top 10, and top 3 winners are listed. So that's it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Sai Ashish. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Ankita, for such an insightful introduction about the solution challenge. I'll just mention one more point, that this solution challenge is only and only for us, that is the GDSCs, and it is not open to everyone. So we have a special chance of hosting and actually participating in the solution challenge. And I hope that at the end of the tenure, we have at least 3 projects and we at least see our college name in the top 50 or the top 10 and hopefully the top 3 finalists. What's next in the coming days in September and October, as I mentioned, so that there is something called as 30 Days of Cloud, in which Manish will brief you about, and something called as open source, which Amay will brief you about. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Sai Ashish. So as he told that in coming months, we will have events like 30 Days of Google Cloud and open source events. So I will tell you about what 30 Days of Google Cloud would be. I'm a cloud computing lead at GCSE. So basically 30 Days of Google Cloud is a program made by Google where they tell you
Today is Tuesday.
I'm so sorry, my Google Cloud starts speaking in the middle of it. Shut up. Sorry. So I'm so sorry for that. So 30 Days of Google Cloud is something in which the Google mentors or the Google experts segregate all the fundamental Google concept which is to be there. For example, cloud infrastructure. If you are from comms and IT, you will have that subject as a core subject in your colleges. So it's a cloud infrastructure which tells you about why cloud is there, why you're using cloud, what are different parts of the cloud and everything else. So there, and another feature, what are the features of the cloud? So one will be a cloud infrastructure track, and another can be anything which whatever they predicts or gives to you. It can be how you can deploy apps or machine learning models via Google Cloud, or you can do DevOps or data analyst or business analyst functions through Google Cloud, different tools or platforms. So it can be there. So it's not like it's a hard haul terms which are talking about. It will be very easy. I will be helping you down the line from very basic. We will have events, and it's a very segregated in a very beginner friendly and very grassroots level, which will give in a platform right away where you will learn very basic from wordings, and you will practically implement it Google Cloud. You will be given a pass where you will know how a real engineer working in a IT industry do that particular thing on a Google Cloud platform on a real life. So that you will also do. A case study will be made. In this way, you will learn a majority portion of Google Cloud in that 30 days period. And of course, when we say about Google, swags are on the way. So the more you do, the more you learn. Of course, you will learn. The more swags you get. And as you see, our team members are wearing all the shirts from Google only. So there are a number of ways you can get the swags, and there are many. So another part about the open source will be done by Amay. Amay, to you.
Thank you, Manish. So now let me walk you through how we would be conducting sessions and projects on open source. For open source, the GDSC will itself have multiple projects on GitHub where we would invite you to contribute. We would also conduct sessions to explain how can you download the projects, and how can you create pull requests, how can you create a new issue, or how can you find bugs in the code, and what are branches and everything. There would be, so if you do not know currently, if you do not know anything about Git or GitHub and all those open source tools, do not worry at all. We would have sessions that will take you from the basics up to the level where you can contribute to any project in the open source. Then next up, we are also focusing on Hacktoberfest. Hacktoberfest will be starting from 1st of October up to the 30th of October. In Hacktoberfest, you would have to find you would have to create four pull requests to any repository that is accepted by Hacktoberfest. And if you can, what is a pull request? Pull request is simply a modification in the code that you have done. For example, if some project has some bug and you resolve the bug, then you can send your code over to their repository. So that is a pull request. So each pull request counts as one contribution, and you would have to create 4 such pull requests. So we would cover everything that would take you from a beginner in open source and make you an expert to working on multiple projects. And since I encourage all of you to take part in when we start with open source, because since Hacktoberfest is coming, Hacktoberfest has a lots of swags, probably the most swags that are given throughout the year. If you are part of Hacktoberfest, you will also be able to connect with many industry experts from some of the largest tech companies in the world, such as Intel, Adobe, and Slack. So it will be a definitely great experience. And also when it comes for job applications, open source will definitely help you there because you have the experience of working on real and large projects. So definitely do consider checking out open source. So that's it from my side. Now I would ask Sai to take over from here.
Thank you so much, you guys, for such a wonderful introduction about the program that we are going to conduct. And that's it from our side. If you got any questions, please shoot your questions in the Q&A section. And don't forget to connect with us on all the platforms. We have Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we have also unveiling our Discord server today. So we have already shared, like Saloni has already shared the invites in the chat. She's also pinned the message. So please, as you spam the chat box with your insightful answers, please spam all our social media accounts with your presence. And I just have one request for you guys, that please participate in our event so that we both can enjoy, we can take the benefit and advance our career skills and networks. Thank you. If you have any questions, there's a Q&A section. Please drop your questions there. And in a short while, I guess in some 30 minutes, you'll also receive an email about the post-event form. So you can give us feedback where we can improve, any suggestion that you have. So please feel free to, fill that so that we can also know that where we are lacking and we can provide you with the best resources possible. Waiting for your question, guys. Okay, Jitin, in a week, how many days we need to dedicate? Okay, there's nothing such as a like an allotted number of hours that you need to dedicate. We will have the program such, and every program has a different timeline. Like in the 30 days of cloud, you will be given 30 days to complete some task, and you can do it anytime, like even in the night 3 a.m. you can do it at your own pace. How many members are required to join solution challenge? I guess there are 4 members. Yeah, Ankita has answered. So we need 4 members. 4 members will form a team, and we'll have this solution challenge in the month of January to March, and we'll be obviously dropping all the details. We'll also have an orientation how to go about the solution challenge, and you guys can participate there. I hope that answers your question, Jitin and Dinesh. If you got any questions, please drop it in. Don't feel shy. It's a safe environment, and we are here to guide you all. 4 members should be members of GDSE. Yes, you have to join us. You have to join our chapter, and then only we'll be able to register you and get you on board for the solution challenge. What are the tech stack that we are gonna cover in web dev? I hope Nitin answered this one. So basically, we'll be covering everything from scratch. Whatever you guys are gonna need, we'll cover the basics. We'll cover from the scratch, and we'll cover it till the deployment from Firebase and a lot more. I hope that answers your question. Amazing. Will you get to learn UI and UX in app development. Well, I'm not aware of the specifics, like the specifics will come, but if you want, we will definitely have a session. We'll have a tech session too. We'll collaborate with everyone and we'll put an UI and UX in app development as well. I know it's a very trending aspect and it's very important too. We'll definitely try to include it. And yeah, we will also be covering that in web development. We'll also see that it's responsive. As Ethan has answered, it will be material design. Who will be taking these sessions? These sessions will be taken by the domain heads, and we also, at the speaker or tech sessions, will call people from the industries. I hope you got it, Weber. We will be sharing a lot of resources. We'll be sharing, free resources on our different social media handles, and that's why we want you to join there, because every resource we share, you can see it through an Insta post or maybe a LinkedIn post. You can save it and avail benefits from there. So make sure to join us on all our social media handles. And don't worry if anyone has missed this session or any part of this, we'll be uploading the whole session on YouTube and you guys can again connect with us there. If you got any more, please shoot it or just, reply that we are fine or just put a thumbs up so that we know that there are no more doubts. Amazing then. So respecting the value of time, we are very much on time and you guys have been an amazing audience. I hope to see this enthusiasm and this interaction throughout the year, and I promise that it will be very exciting and see you on the journey, guys. Thank you so much for attending this session. And don't forget to fill out the post-event survey form which will be circulated to you on email. Thank you guys. See you on the other side.